Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, hey. Jeez Louise. I look kind of tired.
We all there.
Because we're working hard at youth reporting. Ooh, did you see what I did there?
Okay, let me introduce everybody. If you have not been watching, this is Kamaya Truitt, the Director of New Talent and Community Partnerships at WUNC, and she also works at WUNC's Youth Reporting Institute, which we're going to get into a little bit of that. If you watched in the beginning, you know we were pushing for you all to drop the applications to join in, and now we're getting started. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so youth reporting is in its first week, and we are going hard. We have all our youth reporters here today with us. I'm going to show them on my screen really, really quickly. Hopefully. Actually, okay, yes. Let me see. It's so funny because we're virtual right now, so we're all meeting on, what is it, on Zoom? Mm-hmm. And right now we're sharing the live, so I'm hearing an echo of myself, which is hilarious. But let me flip my camera so you guys can see everybody. This is the squad this year.
So excited.
Yes. Beautiful squad. And shouts out to Allison Swain, who's the manager of the Youth Reporting Institute. Okay, I'm gonna stop being weird. I feel like a mom right now, but we are going in, guys, and it is wonderful. And basically, for those who do not know, youth reporting is a wonderful institute where we teach rookie reporters how to write, create, mix, edit, produce their own radio stories to be put on air. And you guys will hear them at the end of the summer and hopefully hear a little behind the scenes stuff throughout this school year. We actually have, not a school year, throughout this session year. We're also doing a trivia night on Friday at 3 o'clock that will stream live to Facebook, so you guys can come in, meet the reporters, get a little fun facts about them. And then throughout this year, we'll do some shows on Tested just so you can figure out what it's like to be a youth reporter, what it looks like to create a story from start to finish. And then at the end, a big listening party that will hopefully be outside. If not, we'll kick it virtual like we did last year, and you'll get to really meet the youth reporters and hear their stories and their process. So we're going in today. We're talking about interviewing, good and bad interviews. They're all watching you, Caitlin, to see how you get down. So no pressure because you do this very nicely, but we wanted to give them some live interactions and get, you know, them in the mix so that they can hopefully help us choose our next guest, our next couple of guests. But yeah, we live, baby, and we're doing it.
Live. And for everyone who doesn't know, I am a product of WUNC's Youth Reporting Institute. So you want to get like me, you know where to go.
There we go.
So anyway, since we have this kids here, what type of stories are we getting into this set?
This is what I will say. We got some very necessary stories coming through. We're still in the beginning of the pitch process. So pitching is where the students come with their best stories, and they pitch it to us like they would in a regular newsroom with who's doing what and why they want to tell the story, who they might interview. And once we solidify that, that is when I will know exactly what stories. But everything from what it means to be in this world as a marginalized identity, what it means to be in this world as someone who has mental health issues, a few topics. I don't want to give away too much because it might change, you never know, but it is all very, very exciting. And I'm super proud of the students that we have this year already, and it's only the first week.
Okay, she said it. Don't want
Look, we got some of them in the chat too, so y'all should kick up the love if you're excited to see the stories that they might produce this year. Yes, yes.
Well, speaking of interviews, we do have our guest here, the DL Zene.
I love you, Dottie. I love you so much. Thank you.
So for everyone who's in here, make sure you go follow WUNC Voices. That is who's there. Thank you so much, Kamaya. Again, Kamaya Truitt, the director of partnership at W.
Nice to talk to you as always. I will see y'all on the flip side. Peace.
Now we are going to go ahead and get into this interview. I see our guest is in here, so we're going to add her in. We will be talking to today the DL Zene. She is a singer, a songwriter, a musician. She really does it all, y'all. Like, she really does it all. But you already know, changing. Hello, hello, Dottie.
Hey, Boo.
So excited. Okay. Beginning. DL Zene is a soul singer whose lyrics and vocals speak over heartbreak that has even through a few breaks. With her guitar in hand, she performs regularly in the Triangle, but she's originally from Elizabeth City out in North Carolina. Okay, period. So, how are you doing today? First time.
I'm good. Actually, I just got back from Charlotte not too long ago. So
Who's doing out there?
went out there to support a friend. He did his I think it's an album release debut concert. It was in Charlotte. His name is Greg Cox, but
Oh, okay.
they're both artists.
We love the support. We love the support.
Period.
So, let's get right into it.
Okay.
You grew up in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Tell us a little bit about your home life growing up.
It was really fun growing up. I grew up in a pretty big household because I have 4 sisters. I have 1 younger sister and 3 older sisters. So we were very big on family. So we always had family gatherings. It felt like 5 days out the week, honestly. But my family was really big on music as well, especially my mom's side. My mom sings. My grandmother sings. A couple of my aunts sing. My uncles sing. So growing up, we just had a whole bunch of musicians in our family. So we was always little kids watching our family sing and travel together, singing at different functions. And so it was just really dope to experience that at a young age. And, I always wanted to, be like them growing up, like singing with my family, traveling the world with my family. So, yeah, I think I kind of got to that point. My sisters don't sing. They don't act like they want to sing, but they can sing. But, yeah, I had a very dope childhood, We wasn't nothing luxury, but at the end of the day, they shared so much love with us. Like, they raised us with integrity, number one. And just, they really didn't lack much growing up. So I'm grateful for that childhood. I love Elizabeth City. I love the 252 because it's never going to leave out of me. So
It'd be like that. Now, I can say myself, Durham, I have a love-hate relationship with my city. I love my city, and I'll never let nobody talk about my city, but the city, it can be like that, and especially with the attention that Elizabeth City has gotten after the police shooting of Andrew Brown. I know the whole city can't change. So with the deep cultural and economic history, can you talk about your relationship with the city?
To be honest, when I left, I moved from Elizabeth City maybe, I think it's 2021, 8 years ago. And I haven't moved back since. So I really haven't been connected as much as I should have been with Elizabeth City. But, as soon as that situation happened, I got a phone call to be a part of the musical that they were going to have at the funeral. So it just felt good to know that regardless of how far I am and how long I've been away, that I can still get pulled back into something so big and something so tragic, And it was a good feeling to know that they even still thought about me for a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? But now that you brought that up, I should be better. I should. I really should.
especially, you know, we wanna grow up in big things, but we
Yeah.
never forget where we come from because ultimately
Right.
that's what made us. So thinking about music, your city, really pushing that out, being that's where you think
Mhm.
about the songwriting aspect of things. What is that process like? How do you describe how to write?
I pretty much write from experience,
Mhm.
emotion. Typically, when I'm not writing from, my life and from things that I've endured, it's just using my writing skills basically. But a lot of the songs and stuff that I do write is from life experiences, going through different relationships and, them treating you like doo doo. And then, just carrying you with the ultimate disrespect. And a lot of my music has pulled that out of me. And, for the longest time, I was scared to release it because it was so vulnerable.
Mhm.
Just because a lot of people tell me like, it's kind of sad, but it sends such a great message. It's so healing. It brings me peace. I'm just like, wow. And to think I didn't even want to share this with the world because it's some of it is really sad. It's really sad, but I'm glad that I did. But I think a lot of that, not really. I don't want to say it that way because I don't want to make it seem like Elizabeth City brought me a lot of trauma, but a lot of that brokenness did come from my hometown, seeing that no one wants to do better for themselves. No one really cares who's doing what, you know what I'm saying? The lack of support. I really didn't even start getting a lot of support from Elizabeth City until I did American Idol.
Mhm.
So that in itself just really opened my eyes up to, regardless of the situation, you have to push yourself.
Right.
Regardless of the support you have around you, you know, you are your biggest critic and you are going to be your biggest investment as well. So I had to learn that the hard way. So I'm glad I did push through those emotions because it's definitely bringing about some amazing opportunities. So, yeah.
And you'll know that you wrote a lot about heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
And congratulations, you are engaged.
Thank
So
you.
what is that like going from that flip of heartbreak and working through where you are?
Woo. So, um, actually, stumbling across me and my fiance's relationship, it was really like we knew each other, but it was just, I really can't even explain it honestly. We really didn't even try. It just kind of happened. So
Mm-hmm.
it was different because even the people in the community knowing what I write about and the songs that I sing, and even though they like it, it's like you can't sing it no more. You about to get married. I'm like, y'all, I'm gonna sing the song. I want to sing the song. Like he knows it's not about him. Like, and I have wrote some songs, pertaining to our love story, but I ain't gonna tell you which ones. But but yeah. So just going from being heartbroken and like going through different situations that really just hurt me, and it's a blurred memory now because I was going through so much back then, like just
Right.
so much. I remember 2012 to like 2015, the worst years of my life. Like, mind you, I started school in 2013. I started at North Carolina Central University in the music department in 2013, and I just felt like those were probably the lowest years of my life, and I didn't think I was going to even be able to, you know, be in a relationship with anyone, trust anyone. Um, but yeah, it still works. Like we really just have to leave all of this stuff up to God because at the end of the day, it's His plan. So I had to learn how to just let go, and because we love to lock our heart up once it's been broken because we just try to protect it. Okay, but I'm definitely glad that I was able to free myself from that past trauma that I've experienced. So
So thinking about the songwriting now, how would you describe maybe where it is that you're comfortable, right? I know myself as a poet, I write literally wherever. but it's close to
Okay.
my bed.
Listen, it could be on the road. I could be traveling and then something just pop up. I'll either take out my voice recorder or something, record it, or I'll just start writing it down like in my notes. Like, this just came to my head. Let me hurry up and jot it down before I forget. But the process is kind of still the same now. And because we're human, it's still easy to pull from different emotions, from different experiences.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that my music is going to take a turn. So be looking out for that, by the way. But it is going to take a turn in a good way. But I'm still fully writing and producing all of my music with the help of some really great friend musicians here in the 919 area. But
Thinking about that, you have so many musical influences and sounds, especially being even being around church, being around Southside of QEI. A lot of
yes.
people who don't know, QEI is a school attached to Southside of Christ. When I tell you that, y'all. So how did that influence you? Well,
Let me tell you something. QEI literally, like, I don't tell them this enough, but they really like changed my life. Just, giving me a job and all of that and just trusting me and helping me, build me, making me the hard worker that I am now, honestly. But QEI definitely has a lot to do with that. And they support me through everything. Like, everybody. They're all very supportive, and just working with the kids brings me so much joy. Yes, we know kids can be bad. That's just what it is at this point because they're young, and they're still learning. And just seeing them grow helps me grow. It helps me realize that, you can't hold on to different stuff all the time because it's just going to result into me acting away or me treating someone else the same way I got treated. You know what I'm saying? But QEI in Southside has definitely helped me grow. I love the family we have at the school. Yes, I still work there. I'll be going on 5 years in August.
love that.
But yes, I love it there. I love it.
Okay, for everyone just joining, I want to give that a break. So this is Changing WU reporting it. I am here with DL Zene. My name is Caitlin. We are here bringing the culture home to you. We do this for you, so please, we want to know who you want to hear from. Your recommendations of musicians, writers, painters, makers, photographers, actors, community leaders, whoever, especially triangle. If you've been watching and would like to find someone, please drop their ad in the chat right now. So let's get back into it. You have opened for some of the great Rhapsody and thinking of that, aside from some of these big names, can you talk about can you talk about a performance that might have left you vulnerable emotionally?
Most of the ones I want to say really not opening up for artists because at the end of the day, when you open up for artists, you kind of giving them what they ask for and not really what you want to do, unfortunately. But that's just how it works. But I can definitely say when I put together my own shows and I do like these big productions and I bring other people in to help me out, and just seeing all of this come to life, I want to say the last big show I did was when I released my single in 2018. And it was probably about 10 tickets away from being sold out. It was a packed house in there. And it was so overwhelming because this whole time I'm thinking to myself, because like I said, I'm my biggest critic. I'm thinking to myself, nobody's coming. It's raining outside. It's a Friday. It's December. Nobody's coming. I'm just giving myself all of these scenarios on how
All the doubt.
we put all of this hard work in, no one's gonna show up. But boy, did I lie to myself because they definitely showed up, and it was the most overwhelming, again a good way, feeling that I've ever experienced. Because when I woke up that next morning, I had so much love. Everyone was downloading my single, everyone was posting it, and I was like, wow, I can do this. That was a moment when I knew, like, I can do this. And it was just such an emotional moment. I'm getting emotional now talking about it because I haven't really had a chance to even think about that day because, you know, we work so hard that we don't see the success that we do. Like, we don't actually get a chance to sit back and be like, wow, that was very successful. You know, we did it. Like, I did it. But the fact that I was a huge part of that situation, like, it still blows my mind to this day. And yes, I was very emotional. I was very emotional during the show and after the show. Like, it's hard to hide sometimes because at the end of the day, like I said, we're human. So it was a very long day today. I remember that day being very stressful. I remember the stage props falling all over the place. I remember showing up to the venue, not having a sound guy. So, like, this is just different things that happens. So just to know that regardless of everything that went wrong, everything still fell in place perfectly. And that was just such an amazing feeling. Like, yes, I was very emotional.
Would you say that maybe that was your favorite performance?
I'll definitely say that that was one of my favorite shows. That was going to go down in history because I literally, other than my friends and the musicians who played for the show, they helped me so much. They even helped me finish the single. Even though I had like a week left, like no one knew how much rushing we was doing. No one knew, like, late nights, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning rehearsals at the studio back in Greenville, 2 o'clock in the morning, like having to come back home, you know. So we were just doing a lot. So such a great experience. I'm definitely going to say that's top tier. And I plan on doing something like that very soon. So,
which, tell me, what is next for DL Zene?
Y'all just going to have to follow me and stay on the lookout.
Oh, where they can follow you, you know, any shows coming up. We want to be in.
Okay, so y'all can follow me. My Instagram is DL_ZENE. My Facebook, same thing, DL Zene. My Twitter is the same thing, DL Zene. And I also have a YouTube channel. I don't have many videos up there, but I'm trying to get used to posting myself. So if y'all want to follow that and subscribe to my YouTube page, you can. It's also DL Zene Music. And yeah, stay on the lookout because I may have something coming up. I may.
Excited. Y'all, her music is there, girl. I'm talking like giving me like down like but I want to thank you again for joining us. For everyone who just joined in, I am here with singer-songwriter DL, her newest record, Everywhere in Unplugged. Again, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, and I'm so proud of you. Look at you flourishing.
Okay. Again.
Y'all have a good one. Thank you.
To you too. Bye.
Bye.
So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Questions, where can we find your music? At DL_ZENE. She'll be tagged in all of the posts, so make sure you go follow her. Go follow WUNC Youth Voices as well. Thank you everyone for watching. I am Caitlin Leggett. Join me again on Changing Channels for WUNC's Youth Reporting Institute as I talk to Black artists and thinkers across the North Carolinas. Have a good one.